Harry Potter on the PS1 is a great game. After playing it as a kid, I dreamed about getting the same quality in other movie-based games, but it was far from reality. Argonaut Games made the best Hogwarts they could with PS1 limitations, even though the lack of other students really shows, and especially the lack of the music. To fix that, they decided to add the sounds of the howling wind and the distant voices, and that made mostly empty castle even more terrifying. But despite all of this, it never really bothered me. Obviously, I would have preferred Jeremy Soul's perfect score to play much more often in the game, but back then I never really noticed the lack of the music. PC version got it all figured out though. That's where I had the chance to appreciate the soundtrack. To me, PS1 version plays a little better than the PC version, which was aimed at slightly younger audience, and I still need to try the Philosopher's Stone on a PS2. I heard a lot of positives and negatives, but it's a Harry Potter, it's probably a decent game, right? I know that the Chambers of Secrets on PC is a decent game, a great game actually. Hogwarts finally feels alive and has secrets behind every corner. The game itself looks gorgeous. It is the first PC game that I finished, and back then it meant something to me. But that was the time when I already got my first PC. What about Chambers of Secrets on the PS1? Well, I had some troubles with this game. You see, Chamber of Secrets introduces a new character in the series called Colin Creevy, a completely useless character that I hate with all my heart. All he does is takes photos of the main characters and then dies and then comes back to life only to die in the 7th book. And before you say, oh, he's just a kid, you're being a dick, I was just a kid too, and Colin Creevy didn't care. He didn't show a bit of compassion to me, and because of him, I couldn't play this game. Imagine completing the first game almost 100%, finding out everything this game has to offer, and then the second game comes out. You're all excited, the back cover says you're gonna have duels, changing seasons, and also you get to meet these new characters, including Gilderoy Lockhart trademark, Dobby trademark, Fox trademark, and Ginny Weasley trademark. Man, I was excited as hell. I came home, I booted up my PS1 and I started the game. But the game doesn't start at Hogwarts like the first one did. But it's okay, you just have to complete this hour-long tutorial at Barrow, have a couple of boss fights, some more build-up towards Hogwarts, and there you are. From the first view, the castle really changed. You're about to dive into this new world. Nothing crazy, it's the same assets from the first game, but Hogwarts itself is structured differently. So you run around, you see Colin, it's cool, they added in minor character to the story, good job. And after passing a couple of rooms, this happens. Colin takes a picture of you and the game glitches. Now, if that's not a childhood trauma, then I don't know what is. Getting here through all these washing machines and lawnmowers and only to not being able to explore new Hogwarts. And was it the game's fault, or my PS1 couldn't handle the new groundbreaking technologies of TV screen turning white for a second? I don't know. And if you try to run around him, the game still turns to black screen. It's not J.K. Rowling's fault, it's not the developer's fault. They wanted to make an authentic Chambers of Secrets book plot. I blame Colin. What a pointless character. If he didn't exist, I would have played this game just fine, but he never let me through. It was towards the end of the PS1 era, so I didn't buy another copy of this game, I just forgot about it. Only to find out about emulators a couple of years later. So I downloaded this emulator called PSX 1.13, I think it was called, because PSX-E at the time was too demanding for my cheap laptop. I played a lot of PS1 games, had a lot of good time, and then I thought about this game again, the game that I was never able to fully experience. So I turned on the Chamber of Secrets. Keep in mind, I never had any issues before with emulation. Every game worked perfectly until this happened.
Harry Potter's first year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry was very eventful indeed.
At that point, I was convinced that this game is cursed. I never heard any of my friends actually mention this game, maybe because it came out in 2002 when people had a few better options to choose, but I was alone with this game and this whole story. And then in 2014, I think I finally played it on a new PC, and yeah, I finished it and I finally did it. It was alright, not a bad game. I'm not gonna shit on it because it didn't work the first 2 times. I'm gonna shit on Colin instead. You know these Tumblr pictures about his death and captions like, "I really wish they included Colin Creevey's death in the film," and "I hate that Colin Creevey's death wasn't included in the movie." And yeah, I agree, I hate that too. I would have loved to see him die in the movie. And maybe it's a good thing that I didn't play this game as a kid, because unlike the PC version, PS1 version got a little dark again with its soundtrack. Don't get me wrong, on PC you still get to experience Ron ended his life, but I'm not sure it was intended.
Follow me, Harry.
On PS1, Hogwarts is a little more populated this time around, but when you get to the secrets room, it's no longer silent. Instead, Jeremy Soul's music gives you fucking shivers. So yeah, I still enjoy the game, and it's funny how Chambers of Secrets in one way or another always takes the spotlight in my life. It is my first PC game that I finished, it is my favorite Harry Potter book, and the end of the movie, of the second movie, is my favorite in the entire franchise. It is so good that I'm just gonna end the video with it.